Welcome to Prague, one of the most fascinating and historical cities in Europe. And just walking around the streets of these medieval cities, crossing the many bridges on the river, is such a wonderful experience. So join me on this brief exploration of Prague.
What an incredible view, man.
The amazing thing about Europe is that you have these low-cost airlines such as Ryanair, EasyJet, Wizz Air that can literally bring you everywhere in Europe with just few euros. So that's what me and my mom decided to do. We booked a flight from Milan to Prague for just 16 euros each. 16 euros, can you imagine? And in just 1 hour we arrived there.
Good morning, guys, from Prague in Czech Republic. I'm here with my mom to visit this very special city for the first time. It's our first time here. Right now we are in a park on top of Prague with a beautiful view over the city. I've heard a lot about this city because it's full of culture, full of history, full of arts, music, theaters, architecture, and so many interesting things. So let's begin to explore it together. We are climbing up to the Letna park, which is in the city center. It's a beautiful park, pretty big, and you should also have a nice view of Prague. This is a giant working metronome. So here you have the beautiful city of Prague, and before, instead of this metronome, there was a massive statue of Stalin, which has been removed in 1962 and replaced with this one. Man, this park is so beautiful. I think during sunset time here it's very busy, and look at the view overlooking the entire city of Prague. Amazing.
So as I said, Prague is the capital of Czech Republic, and Czech Republic it's actually younger than me. I'm 36 years old and Czech Republic it's only 32 years old. Yes, because in the 20th century the country was called Czechoslovakia, which was formed after the World War I, and Czechoslovakia was occupied by the Nazi, and then it became communist under the Soviet influence. Then in 1989, during the famous Velvet Revolution, Czechoslovakia broke away from communism, and the 31st of December 1992, Czechoslovakia peacefully split into two different countries, Czech Republic, where we are right now, and the country of Slovakia, and we will go there as well. So yeah, it's a relatively young country, but at the same time, as it's part of Europe, it has a deep history and a lot of culture.
Still good. It's still good.
And here we have the most popular attractions of Prague. As you can see, you have hundreds of tourists just coming together here to see this special clock, which is called Astronomical clock. It's dating back to the 1410, and it's one of the oldest working astronomical clocks in the world. This clock is very unique because every hour it does like a little show with this little saint statue that come out of the clock, and every hour during the entire day a lot of tourists come here to take picture and to make video. But one funny thing is that everybody comes here with high expectations, very excited, including myself. I was ready for the little clock show, but then it lasts just few seconds, maybe like 10 or 15 seconds, and you can see the people that after the show they're like disappointed. Everybody's like, that's it?
It's funny because everybody is disappointed from the clock show because it lasts only like 15 seconds and it's nothing special.
including myself. Honestly, I was expecting something more, but what to do? This is the clock, and that's what it has been doing for hundreds of years, so you cannot really expect anything different than that. The Charles Bridge is definitely one of the main attractions here in Prague. It's a stone bridge with beautiful and religious statues all over the bridge, and you have this incredible view of the Vltava river, and it's connecting the old town with the lesser town. I'm blown away to see how many theaters there are here in Prague. Just walking the streets of this city, you can breathe like culture, history, arts. So the ticket to go on top of the towers of Prague is 190 crowns, which is approximately like $8, $8.50. Wow, what a view, man. Good view there. What an incredible view, man. Super beautiful from up here. Sunset time up here in Prague on this tower. Amazing. That one over there is the Prague Castle, so we're gonna go there after here. Before we continue, let me show you quickly where we are staying in Prague, and especially the manager, which is a super cool guy. So this is our apartment here in Prague. It's super nice and super spacious. So this is the living room. I'm gonna sleep here. Big sofa. Here there is another bed. It's super spacious, man. My mom, she's gonna sleep here. This room also is very big. And the location, man, it's crazy. We are in the heart of Prague, like in the center, right next to the cathedral. I'll put the link of the apartment down below, and I highly recommend you to meet Pavel because he's not only an amazing host, but he's also a musician of double bass, and he's pretty good at it. Another main attraction of Prague is the Jewish quarter called Josefov, and it's home to historic synagogues, including the all-new synagogue, but the most famous thing is the Jewish cemetery. There is a ticket to enter the Jewish quarter, and it's about 20 euro, if I remember correctly. There's also the beer spa, original beer spa, only in Prague.
I didn't know that marijuana was legal also in Prague. I thought only in Amsterdam.
And then of course Prague is also famous for the unique and the local food. First of all, the beer culture, it's huge here. Everybody drinks beer. There are a lot of pubs, a lot of bars, and everywhere you go you see beers. Also there are a lot of young people. They come here to have fun, to celebrate birthdays, bachelor party and so on. So it's definitely like a party town as well at nighttime. And then regarding the food, the most popular dish is the goulash. And the dessert, man, this is so delicious. It's hard to pronounce. I think it's called trdelnik, and it's basically this sweet pastry made of raw dough, and you can find it everywhere in the city. Every 100 meters you can find one of these shops selling the local dessert. You can put fruit inside, you can put ice cream, you can put whipped cream on top, and let me tell you, man, it's super delicious. We eat one of those every single day.
So this is the Prague Castle, and I just discovered it is the biggest castle in the world, the largest castle. And I can see that because it's massive. You keep walking and there are like massive squares. This big church here in front of me, it's part of the castle. It's a huge area.
Another symbol of Prague is the writer Franz Kafka, born in 1883 and he died in 1924. His most famous works are the Metamorphoses, the Trials and the Castle, and it's famous because his writing style and also his personality has a sense of alienation, existential anxiety, oppression. He was not really fitting into society and he had a tormented personality. That's why there is a very nice statue in the city center of Prague, which is also called the Metamorphoses, and it's a sculpture of Kafka's head that is constantly moving. It's a mechanical movement and it represents the complex and fragmented identity of Kafka. So it was very interesting to see this sculpture.
Alright guys, we are going to end the video here. We had a really wonderful time in Prague. It's a beautiful, beautiful city, full of culture, arts, a lot of people walking around. The atmosphere is incredible. It's very special. I hope you enjoyed this little video, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.